Massive upside. That's what we're going to be talking about as we look into some of these altcoins. And guys, we're going to be taking a look at the crypto bubbles right now. And it is very impressive what we're seeing from some of the alts. Also, I want to share with you guys my thoughts, as these are some of the high conviction plays that I do have in the space. So let's get down into this discussion. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Mark. We talk crypto each and every single day. If you're not yet subscribed here on the channel, make sure you all do so. Hit that like button, please subscribe down below, and let's talk some crypto, okay? So we are going to turn into the bubbles as you look into another strong green day. One crypto outside of the ones we're going to be talking about is Aerodrome Finance, and they have been seeing some extreme numbers. So keep that in mind as you do look at them, up 44% on the week. So just wanted to throw that one out there. Guys, remember, this is not financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence, okay? But XRP is going to be one of the cryptos we talked about, now trading at $3.32, albeit the Ripple SEC debacle, whatever you want to call it, the conundrum that we have found ourselves in within regulators seemingly looks like it will be coming to a conclusion. And now XRP has basically the reins let off, and it is time to run for XRP holders, okay? That's one of the cryptos that we're going to be mentioning in this video. Also, Cardano, as we do look at them, I talk ADA every single day. Now trading at 80 cents. We did briefly hit 81, still flat, 0.9%, but we are on a little bit of an uptrend here as we look back at the last 13% gain that we have had over the last 7 days. So very bullish in that regard. But the big winner and mover, kind of the storyline of the day, Ethereum, okay? We're talking about $4,200 Ethereum, okay? So we will talk about that, and it's something very interesting as you look in kind of what's going on within CoinMarketCap, kind of showing you guys the altcoin season now shifting at 39 as Bitcoin's trading at 117. That's kind of the roundup and the breakdown of what's happening in the market right now, okay? So let's get into the article. Let's talk about it. But first, if you are not trading on BTCC, I do have a link down below. Spot and leverage traders welcome, okay? With my link, you do get this 10% bonus on your first time deposit. Also, 40% lower trading fees, no VPN KYC required, up to 500x leverage on all your favorite cryptos, okay? So sign up today. Links are down below. Make sure it's right for you where you're located if you want to start trading on BTCC, okay? So let's get into it. Let's talk about kind of what we're looking at within this massive upside now that Ethereum is booming, okay? The sentiment has shifted in the crypto market as a lot of people are focusing now on altcoins. We are pushing past that $1.5 trillion altcoin market cap, okay, overall. And some people out there believe it is the true altcoin season that is setting in motion. Now, Dan Gambardello, one of the more kind of prominent voices within the ADA community, talking about the strong technicals that we are seeing here for Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano. Now, this upward trend, not only from a sign of bullish technicals, but also favorable from policy making, right? These are all cryptos made in America with the exception of Ethereum. But as we look at it, guys, talking about his recent video, go check it out as he talks about 15 minutes about the setups between Cardano, XRP, and kind of how Bitcoin's dominance is wavering, okay? But after that SEC lawsuit ended, we saw XRP move about 12% up following that momentum. This has been something kind of suppressing and lingering over the price of XRP since 2020. A lot of people are seeing some analysts out there in the space, some targets of $5 to $8 within XRP price projections. But if we look at the technical mirror that we are, the move that we are seeing mirroring that 2017 trajectory where we had very substantial sideways consolidation led upwards by a vertical rally. Okay, so keep that in mind. Basically what that means is I think XRP, and this is not the gospel, it's not financial advice, but do not be shocked if XRP just breaks out one day and gets over $4. I personally think that's going to happen for me and what I'm doing financially within my trades. Okay, Ethereum did break through 4,100, now trading over 42. This is something where if we do see this breakout, this is where altcoins are going to rally. Okay, I look into ERC20 meme coins that can trade close alongside Ethereum, but as long as we have a lot of strong volume, okay, this is something where the overall market, every single altcoin could rally alongside Ethereum if we do continue to push that barrier upwards of 4,200 and beyond, okay? Also, as we want to talk ADA, let's talk about the macro structure. Okay, we're around that 80 cents threshold. The multi-year trend line resistance that we do see around that $1.80 to $2 range. Okay, this is something as we look into the charts, you can see kind of that inverse head and shoulder pattern that is starting to form. If we want to kind of talk about it here, we'll look at the kind of the year, and you can see kind of what we're looking at. It's kind of hard to see it from this one, so we will pull up the trading view. Okay, and then from there, guys, you can see kind of what I'm talking about. Very seemingly looks like we are setting up for an inverse head and shoulders. We are still flashing momentum down, but since basically August 3rd, we have seen a pretty substantial uptick on the daily, as we do want to measure this off. And it's a little bit more so close to 22% that we have gotten over the last 9 or so days. So keep that in mind. All right, so Cardano, it's set up very nicely. And I think this massive upside, similar to what we're seeing with XRP, the pre-bull run market levels that we saw back in 2020, despite the price increasing, there's very little risk. Crypto has a lot of risk. Obviously, we want to talk about that. It's very volatile. Keep that in mind. But what we mean by that is kind of what I've been saying here. Okay. Cardano, a lot of other cryptos, yes, it's at 70, yes, it's at 80, but for what we're looking at from a breakout, okay, if Cardano goes down to 50 cents, we're back at square one, fine, okay? Very little risk, very little given up, but if Cardano sees that bullish breakout where we get it back to $1.30 or even above, that's kind of a risk that me personally, I'm willing to take. I just think that if crypto is going to break out, we're going to see an altcoin rally here at the end of Q4. It's just simply teed up for altcoins such as the likes of Cardano, XRP, and obviously Ethereum. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at right now. How Cardano reacts to that 20-day moving average in the short term is going to be kind of what we look at for the overall sentiment, how Cardano is stacking up. If we do see that breakout, we're going to see a pretty strong reaction from that 20-day moving average that you can all see pretty much on this chart. I will kind of zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, and you can see these blue lines. Those are your moving averages as we look at it. And right now, still trading above it, but this one is the big key, right? If we further break out from here, this is where we are having a little bit of a crossover down here. That's kind of what I'm looking at. If we do see this crossover right here, and then Cardano continues to ascend, I think 90 cents and $1 Cardano can be reclaimed pretty feasibly, okay? So if we look at kind of what is the market sentiment right now, we talk about kind of the broader market showing signs of strength. The global crypto market cap risen to $3.87 trillion with a 180 billion plus 24-hour trading volume. Okay, that's very substantial. We look at the coin market cap top 100 index. That's up over 3% right now as we are recording, and we're still sitting there with a very kind of moderate fear and greed right now at 59. Okay, so as we are shifted still towards Bitcoin season, really looking for this altcoin season to kind of shift gears and break out. We just did have it at 50 just a little bit ago, so keep that in mind. It's not too far off. I don't think it's something very much out of the realm of possibilities, but those are 3 high conviction plays that right now I am favoring. So Ethereum, this was a crypto that I was buying at $900, okay, now trading at $4,200, looking like one of the best trades that we have made in 2024, 2025. Ethereum, XRP, Cardano. I'm not saying Ethereum's going to 10,000, but what I'm talking about is that is usually the indicator that altcoin season is back. Ethereum's pumping. Altcoins such as Cardano, such as XRP, those are the ones that we have to have our vision firmly placed on as we want to track it. And right now, Cardano is at a very discounted level. So if we do see it make its move and we do get Cardano above $1 once again, don't say I didn't tell you so. I think it's kind of where we're looking at with a lot of the bullish narratives coming down the pipe for Cardano. I talk about the Bitcoin bridge. You talk about kind of what we're doing within bringing DeFi over to Bitcoin. Also, what we're looking at within the fact that Cardano ETFs, the midnight airdrop, a lot of bullish narratives. And also, like I've been talking about, we are just within a week away from the Charles Hoskinson kind of sticking up for ADA. That's where we will have the breakdown of the audit on that live stream, talking about the misappropriation of funds. That's all going to be happening in the next week. So please keep that in mind. Coupling that with some interest rate cuts, crypto's in a good spot. So if you guys are holding crypto right now, very favorable conditions. That's what I wanted to illustrate for you guys here in this video. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the weekend. And like I said, guys, a little earlier, if you haven't signed up for BTCC, that link is down below in the description. Check them out, do your research. And if you want to start trading, that link is down below. Enjoy those sign up perks for getting involved. Okay. So I'll leave you guys with that. Talk to you in the next video. Have a great rest of your weekend. Cheers.